As a novice artist, I enjoy combining creativity with mindful movement. I like to think that as you listen and create your own art, you will find something beneficial in these moments of self-care. Whatever your level of skill, my hope is that you end this session with a sense of calm and a reconnection with your better self. Today I am making a card for a family member as a thank you for her recent kindness and hospitality. I will list the supplies used in the description section below. I invite you to create your version of art along with me, whether it's paper crafting, scrapbooking, embroidery, knitting, cooking, or any other activity that helps use the creativity regions of your brain. It's also okay to just relax and close your eyes as well. We will move through a few of the, quote, Bliss Blockers and, quote, Bliss Keys mentioned in the book by Maryam Webster titled Everyday Bliss for Busy Women. But please note that these things don't just apply for females or people who identify as female. Let's begin. Bliss Blocker number 1. Living at warp speed. This can look like a daily to-do list that is longer than can be realistically accomplished. It can manifest as saying yes too often. You may find yourself collapsing into bed most nights, knowing you had a full day of accomplishments, yet still belittling yourself for how much you didn't mark off your list. This block to life satisfaction and fulfillment has been identified by many, namely one of my personal favorites, Brené Brown. You probably already recognize this in yourself and many people around you. Somehow the prestige of exhaustion as a status symbol and productivity as self-worth has taken over the mindset. Please see Brené Brown's 10 guideposts for wholehearted living as written in The Gifts of Imperfection. Bliss Key number 1. Slow down. If this feels very difficult to achieve, please take comfort that you are among many others that struggle. A few suggested practices include driving the speed limit, cutting out caffeinated beverages and drinking more water, making time for prayer or meditation, or maybe limiting how many priority items you place on your to-do list. Even better, set aside one day a week for free-ranging, rest, and play. Bliss Blocker number 2, Rigidity. Ms. Webster writes, "Is there someone you know who never does it right, the way you would do things? Do you take over tasks from others because, quote, I want it done right? If I want it done right, I have to do it myself?" This is one example of narrow-minded thinking that sets one up for disappointment and frustration because of telling ourselves there's only one right way to get something accomplished. Bliss Key number 2, Flexibility. Look for opportunities to let go of control. Remind yourself that there is usually more than one way to get something accomplished, and hopefully everyone will learn something in the process. After the interaction is over, reassess what would have been more stressful, letting go of control or taking over control of the task or situation. Be gracious with yourself and others. Being flexible often takes considerable effort and energy. It's difficult doing things differently. The payoff is worth it in the long run. The last Bliss Blocker I want to cover today is Bliss Blocker number 4, Living Unconsciously. Ms. Webster writes, "Life on autopilot is not living," end quote. This might be similar to Brené Brown's guidepost for wholehearted living, letting go of self-doubt and supposed to thinking, and cultivating meaningful work. It might also be connected to over-concern with what others might think of us. Bliss Key number 4 is Stay in the Present Moment. Ms. Brown recognized that cultivating authenticity is one of the necessities of wholehearted living. In this moment, what do I need? What aligns with my values? What do I believe is most important for me? Remember, put the oxygen mask on yourself first, so you may then assist others who may be struggling. It is one moment at a time. Thank you for joining me today and taking this time to grow together. Peace and joy today and always.